Okay.
All right, you're live again. That's my fault. I accidentally clicked end broadcast. That is my fault.
Okay, so
You should probably
just
reshare
told us,
that.
we've been talking for 5 minutes.
No, I did it like 20 seconds ago.
Okay, so
I was
here's
trying to
the
click
button.
back into the program, and there's a new button on the update that just came out this morning that accidentally allows me to very quickly and easily end broadcasts, and I did not know that.
Learn something every day.
So please, Jared, update us. Did they see, tell me how much they've seen.
They saw everything except for the last 20 seconds of you guys talking, yeah.
About our quilt here.
Yeah.
And how that different people like different looks. And at first I was like, this is not my look. Until I hung it yesterday, last night, and I was like, I really like this quilt. It's just different. It's different. It's actually kind of a modern look, as
It's
you'll
definitely.
see when you look at the fabrics. And even Elaine will be talking about the pattern. She'll be showing you a pattern. Even the pattern it's light. It's white. These little
Yeah, when I show you the picture of the pattern, which we'll show you in just a couple
Wheels.
seconds, it'll make
Yeah,
sense.
The wheels are light, and so when it came in dark, I was like, oh, I do like this. So anyways, that's where we are with this one.
So it turned out really pretty.
All right.
So the kit always includes your binding. It's always the top and the binding, never the backing. And so the quilt size, the finished size in the kit is 54 by 63. It's $85.99, and if you order online in the next 24 hours, you get 15% off.
Yes.
Now the backing that we put on for the store sample is the within the collection. It is a wide back. And so if you love this and you want this wide back for your backing for the quilt, you only need to purchase 1 3/4 yards. So really simple, no piecing at all, and you'll have some extra. But if you are not wanting that as your backing and you'd like to have more of the fabric that itself or a flannel or something different that you choose, you will need to purchase 3.5 yards for traditional 43, 44-inch wide
Yeah, if they
fabric.
wanted to choose something else from the line. But
Absolutely.
I love this back.
Oh, I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
And it is a
This
green,
goes with it.
it is a sagey green binding, just to give you a heads up. So that's why it goes so well with the backing that we did choose. It looks beautiful on the other side. And then I'm going to show you the pattern. So it's called the Melody. This is the pattern. So what Linda was saying, how it's more on the lighter, and you can see that right there is what we're using in the dark. You can see that little swirl. Now what's really cool about this pattern, and I'm going to show you this just because some people want it to be bigger. And what is great about this pattern is you can see there's lines right here, and that shows you a twin. This is the lap size that we're making. Like I said, it's 54 by 63, so there's your sizing right there. If you want to make it bigger, this is your layout. If you want to make it a queen, this is your layout. And if you want to make it a king, this is your layout. And what I will do is I will post a picture of the back side that shows you how much more fabric you need for the larger sizes. If you want to make it bigger, we have all the fabric still available that is part of this kit and more. There's actually a lot more fabrics that are in the collection that are not part of the kit. So you can add those if you want to mix it up some more with more of the prints.
Yes. And like I said, I just love how these fabrics go together.
It came out great. And this is so fun.
And part of the line, it came with a bag, a tote bag that you can make, nice and long. You can see how it hangs here. This is, again, it's a good shopping bag. It's good to go to farmer's market. Guarantee you, every single one of these bags that we have, anytime I am anywhere with it, people always are coming up and asking me, where did you get that?
And it's a panel.
And it is a panel. Elaine's showing you that here. Right here are the instructions for it. Now the instructions do not show you how to line it. We do always line our bags because we just like the lining in them. The instructions that show you how to do it will suggest that you can, if you have a serger, of course you can finish your edges with that, or you can do a zigzag finish on them. Here, they even suggested pinking shears if you want to. And it also teaches you how to do the box corners on the bottoms. You can see their box. It will tell you on those instructions there how to do that. And we also on YouTube have instructions on how to line any of these bags.
Yes.
Easy, easy peasy to do it. But you do have to buy, about how much more fabric do you think?
The lining
if
was
you wanna
another
line it?
3/4 of a yard.
A 3/4 of a yard. So if you want to get something from one of the
Rest of the
bolts of
collection.
fabrics, the rest of the collection, yes. Just
And
pick something out.
We also did not stabilize the bag, so it's
No.
very, floppy and soft, but we have, loads of stabilizers. And we're going to talk about 3 different ones that we have today. But we have tons and tons of different types of stabilizers if you want your bag to have a little more firmness, a little more body to it, or even some stiffness to it. So there's plenty of options
Right.
within that.
Yeah. So anyways, really cute, fun, more of a modern look bag. All right, let's show the fabric here.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just start showing some of the fabrics that are not part of the actual kit, because there is some beautiful fabrics. These are so fun. What a great tiling scene. It does have that little gold fleck around there to add that little bit of sparkle. So this is one of the fabrics that is not in the kit, but if you want to add more, if you want to make it bigger, this is great. If you want it for the lining of the bag, this is great for that. They all look beautiful.
Couple more blenders that are not in the bag. A blue and a, I don't know, I call that an orangey red.
Like a rust.
Rust, yes. And again, it has the gold, the leaves on it is gold, kind of flecky like.
And then 2 more of the blenders that you can use for a background. Obviously we have the white and then we have the blue. The blue is really pretty. It does have multiple different blues and a gray blue. There's even a really soft periwinkle through there. And then with the white, let's see if I can get this. You can see how it's got some taupe. It's got the gold fleck spots inside there. It's really, really pretty. Great for a background, for anything, honestly.
So the rest of these, I think, are in the
That
the
one
kit.
is in there, yes. Yeah, everything else now is going to be in the kit for the quilt.
Look at this one. How pretty and fun this is. It's just different. Different from a lot of fabrics that I have seen. And that's a lot of why I like this fabric. It is just very different.
It is
looking.
really pretty. It's really pretty. So here is like the other tiling scene that I just showed you, but this is the one that's in the quilt. So you got your greens and your blues, and of course, once again, all of it does have some sort of that gold fleck inside there, so you get that little bit of sparkle. Nothing crazy, nothing glitter. It's not glitter.
No. You're right.
Shawnee is wondering if you're Irish, Mom, with your apron.
You know what? I was, do I dare say this? Here's a blue. Isn't that fun? And if you saw the quilting on the back of the quilt itself, Carrie did it in some circles. Really a fun quilting. And we can quilt a quilt for you when you're all done with it also.
Yeah.
Am I Irish? I am a Heinz 57 as far as I know. I never took any of those little tests where you
those
swab or spit or something.
DNA,
So-
you and me, or whatever that thing
but,
is called.
I mean, I've
There
had
we go.
people here forever. But I was kind
So
of
pretty.
afraid to wear my apron. What if I wear it and somebody actually wants to kiss me? Because I don't know.
You're gonna have to.
Is it good luck? Is that where that saying came from? Kiss me, I'm Irish. Or
Maybe you
the
should
Irish
give it to
just like
Ronnie.
kiss a lot, or somebody look it up for me. Tell me why is that saying so big?
The look of
during
the
St.
Irish.
during
Because of the
St. Patrick's Day?
because of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
What's that got to do with kissing, though? Kiss me, I'm Irish. Look it up.
To get
for
the
me.
get
Look
the
it
luck.
Up. Write it in
The
there.
Kiss Me I'm Irish came from the Blarney Stone.
Oh, the
The Blarney Stone, yeah.
Okay.
Which promises the gift of gab to those who kiss it, which is eloquence and persuasiveness.
Okay.
And I can absolutely say the Irish have the gift of gab. For
Okay.
sure.
All right, so there you go. You never know what you're going to learn on live here.
Right.
Do you? Never know.
That's why you
know.
never want to miss us.
I want some more fun ones here. I love this one too.
I know it's fun.
Isn't it?
Well, and
funny
that one-
how I was like, oh, I don't know, but now that I'm really looking at them, these are just fun and different. They just
And that
are.
one has a couple of colorways. So there's that one that you have that is like the green, and then this one has more of kind of like a salmon peach color. Very pretty.
And like you said, a lot of them have a because I just showed you the blue in this one. And now here is in the rust color.
And then we also have it in the green. Which the ones we like, just in case, these are the ones that are actually in the kit. So if you want more, we have more.
I like this blender. And we have this one in blue also.
Yes, I showed the blue and the
Oh.
white one. And then there's, it's also not only in that gray, but we also have it in more of a,
It's kind of gray.
it's really dark charcoal. Has that ever so slightly green, I wouldn't even call it a green undertone, but it does have it, but it coincides with it beautifully. Did you show the green leaf, the one that we used for the binding, so they can see what the binding looks
is that
like?
this one, right?
It is that one, yeah.
Okay. All right, I take the clips. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I know, I'm really bad about
This
not
one
doing
is your
it all the time.
binding. Oops, I keep dropping little pieces out. This one's your binding on your quilt, and that is included. Again, it's all the top and the binding
Correct.
on all the quilts, and the pattern is in there also.
Yes, yes, pattern is in there.
Okay. All right, so let's go on to a couple last chances.
All right, so would you want to start with what
I'm
you
going to
have?
start with
Okay.
Kiss Me, I'm Irish.
Speaking of Irish.
We had these panels, and they're all gone, all gone, all gone, all gone now. However, we have the sample already made for you. It's lined, very cute, and it's $19.99, I believe, right? But 15% off today. So you don't even have to make it. It's ready made. Just buy it, and you'll have it for next Tuesday.
And it is on that canvasy side of material.
Yes, it's a heavier.
So nice and, firm, gives you great wearability. They're fun. And why do we
And
line-
adjustable neckline.
Yeah, that one's something different than what we normally do with the panels. We
Yes.
did do the adjustable with D-ring. So yeah, you're good to go on that one.
And our other last
And our
chance.
leather last chance. So, Easter's coming, April 5th. It's going to be here sooner than you know. So we do, and we'll show the kit that we did this because
Yes.
we actually are going to put this on again. This is the panel that was the quilt kit that we have on sale, and it's the last one.
Yeah, we had a few extra panels. They've all been
They're all gone.
gone home with somebody except for that one. So
Now,
that
if
one is
you
still available.
yes, and now if you did not watch our live when we showed this 3 weeks
A
ago,
couple weeks ago, yes.
we did mention one, and we're going to mention it again just in case you have not seen this. On the egg, see that little dark spot that's on the egg? Because we wanted to make sure that everybody knew, because it was a question that came up a couple of times. It's not a dirt mark.
Right. Every single one of us, when we're like, oh, there's a
There's
flaw.
a spot on the egg.
And then we realized, no, it's part of the
part
egg.
of the egg, because eggs are, when they're picking them up, they're a little dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So that is actually part of the egg of the fabric. It's not a spot. It's not a flaw. It's part of the actual picture.
And there's a cute little chick coming out of that
It's
egg.
cute.
So we do have a couple of the kits left. Easter will be in what, 3-4 weeks?
Not even
Right
3
around the
weeks. Yep.
corner.
April.
And we showed this, but because we were showing our last chance panel, we just wanted to show this again. It's a very, very easy hanging quilt to make. It will be so cute hanging on your walls as decoration. All you do is you have the panels, you add a couple borders. Again, the binding is in there, and the pattern is there. This one's $38.99, very good price, and it is 37 by 57.
So I'm going to
So
show you a
we
couple of
just
the
have a couple
fabrics that
of
we have that you can use for backing. If
Oh yeah,
you want.
this one came in late.
You did. We
But
did
if-
order this one
wait,
just a
wait,
smidge
wait.
late.
Does anything look familiar here?
It came
Elaine,
out cute.
She snatched it up and made this cute
did.
apron.
So actually, so I'm going to show, is it going, okay, so it is directional, just so you know. That is one part of it, and I'm just going to turn it around. So the width of the fabric obviously is 43-44, and that is the side that you don't see because it's folded on. I did make an apron out of this fabric, and I used the farmhouse pattern for this. It turned out really, really adorable. And I did a little stitch on the
Decorative.
centerpiece, little decorative stitch.
Yes.
That's part of
So
that.
all of you sewers who have those machines with decorative stitches and you say, I never use the decorative stitches. Here's a perfect example of where you
Something
can just
simple.
add something on and make it look even cuter.
And this apron pattern is really, really easy to do. If you love the pattern and you want to make one, I will tell you for your yardage, you need 1 1/8 yards.
So we didn't have to worry about it being directional.
We don't have to worry about it being directional, none whatsoever. You do need to pay attention where you're putting your placement, but you have
Right.
no worries.
Right.
So 1 1/8 yard for the apron part, and then for your straps and the centerpiece here, the sashing, it's 3/8 of a yard.
Okay.
So
You
very
can
easy.
buy just the pattern if you have other fabrics you want to use. So you can buy this pattern today for 15% off,
And trust
that's
me,
the
if I can make it, anybody can make it, because I'm not that good at patterns. I won't lie, I'm not that good.
And it's so cute.
It came out really cute.
Perfect for Easter.
Now this is another one of the pieces of the collection. Now this one is part of the border that is in the kit, and it is actually, it's not directional. It does go all over, sideways, upside down, forward, backwards. So it doesn't matter which way you cut it, which is really, really nice.
I call it like an Easter newsprint.
There you go, Easter
like a
news. I
newsprint.
think that's actually what it's called.
Yes.
Easter Post, yeah.
And
Of course, the little eggs.
there's more to this line. You can go onto our website and see all our Easter fabrics. But these ones, a couple of these just came in late, so we're showing them to you. The Easter eggs, we have it with this top one is a little bit of a green tealish background, and then the bottom one is the white background. These would make really cute pillowcases.
Yes, yes.
I did make some up of these.
I
just
did.
came in. Oh, good. All right. She's ahead of me.
So there is the stripes. This is another part that is inside of the kit for the banner. For the quilt. And then we did bring in, and these came in just a smidge late, but we brought in some layer cakes. I know this is not something that we've typically done with Easter fabric, but these were really, really cute. What's great is it shows, is it showing decently on the picture at all, Jared? So you can see exactly what is inside of this layer cake. It's going to be 2 pieces of each. You got 40 different prints inside there. These are fantastic to just slap a quilt together. You can make bags. There's so many different things you can do with a layer cake. And we actually have books and patterns that are specific to layer cake. So you can always look online on the rest of our website and see what you can do with the layer cake if you're not sure what you would do with this.
Okay. So I am going to show you next. We have a lot of new patterns coming in.
Yeah.
But this one happens to be some paper piecing. Let's challenge ourselves, ladies, and do the PP word, the paper piecing. This one has four different, it has the butterfly, it has a bee, it has, yes, the bee and the moth, and dragonfly. Who doesn't love the dragonflies? They're always so popular, and the butterflies. And it gives you instructions on how to make every single one of these. They have different sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4 different size blocks that you can make out of each one of these. And then you can put them together however you want. Be creative. We also have this one. This is one Shawnee really loves. I think you love both of them, but she's liking this one with the always sewing theme to it, the rotary cutter, the scissors, this machine, the famous tomato.
I love that.
Everyone had a tomato
so
once
cute.
upon a time. I remember my mom's tomato with the little strawberry hanging off of
And
it.
we carry those
And the bobbers.
classic tomato pincushions.
Yes, we do. And we carry, we have a lot of the Riley Blake solid fabrics, any shade, any color that you want that you
Oh my
could
goodness,
use for
yes.
this.
It's been so fun. We have been bringing in, and we're getting the rest of it here in about a week or so. We're carrying almost, 90% of the Riley Blake solid. So if there's a color you've been looking for,
Maybe 100%.
I think so. So we got half of it a couple weeks ago. We're getting the other half in the next couple of weeks. It'll be about, oh my gosh, do I dare say about 100 bolts
Yeah.
of different solid colors. So if you are a solid lover and you want some solid fabrics,
We have not only the color, but the shade of color, because that's some of the biggest challenge in the sewing world. Even with garment making, you would go in and you want something It's not quite the right shade, you know, but we're going to have pretty much every shade.
them all.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
yes.
gorgeous.
So any of you that are already paper piecers, or those of you who are going to challenge themselves and learn something different, you need to know about the Add a Quarter Plus. It's a ruler, it comes in 2 different sizes. I'm going to show you, I'm going to work with the larger one. And once upon a time when these first came out, it was called Add a Quarter. Is it showing up okay, Jared? Add a quarter. So what's the difference between?
Turn it around. Turn it around. You're reading it straight. Turn it around. There you go.
Oh.
Now it's right.
Okay. The first ones that came out was Add a Quarter, and now they're Add a Quarter Plus. And the original ones came out with a little lip here, so you could actually easily add a 1/4 of an inch onto your paper piecing, and you can use a side to cut with. This side now is kind of beveled, so that if you know you're doing paper piecing, you go through a process where you have to fold the fabric back. And people were using all kinds of things to do that folding. They put it all into one ruler to make it simpler for you, more convenient to have it all. So when you fold that piece of paper back, it's beveled.
See,
So it's not
there you
straight
go.
across, so that you can fold it up and over and it's nice and flat. And then if you know, you use your other side, you butt this up against it, and then you can use this as a ruler to cut along and do your trimming. So that's the difference between the Add a Quarter and Add a Quarter Plus. So if you have the Add a Quarter, you might think about going with this one because it gives you
That
so much
beveled
more.
edge, yeah.
And it comes in a pack of both of them. If you're doing smaller ones, you have the little 6-inch, but if you also have the longer ones, you have the 12-inch. It comes in the pack, and we also have on our site for today, if you only want the 6-inch one, that one's available also. All right, so I'll let you go on.
Well, then there's a couple of other little tools that work well with paper piecing. Now, this one, so they're Hera markers. Paper piecing, I haven't ventured into. I've seen a lot of videos. I've watched a lot of our girls do them here, and so I'm ready to start diving into it. And that's where the Add a Quarter Plus and the Hera markers come in. It's just those tools that are going to help make it easier for you. So there's a couple different ways. With the Add a Quarter Plus, you can fold your paper over in fabric, or you can use a Hera marker and mark down that line on your paper, and that helps put that crease in there too. There's just so many tools that are there to make what's going to make your life easier and what works for you. Hera markers are also really good for just marking your fabric, and you want to add a crease without having to take it over to your iron and put that crease in. You can just put that crease in with your Hera marker. So they are double duty. It just depends on specifically, really what you're going for and what works for you, because some works for others and some don't work for others. So it's just a different way. This Hera marker is only just going to give you that marking ability, where this one is a little bit thinner, but it also has a point at the bottom. So this one doubles as an applique Hera marker, where you are going to be doing a flip and turn if you're using a stabilizer that's fusible on one side, or you're doing where you need to turn around and you need to get those points back out. So it is a little bit of a double duty Hera marker.
And I was reading a little bit on those this morning. The interesting thing is this was an ancient Japanese tool. So we're using stuff from
Way back when.
Hundreds, even thousands of years ago. They made them out of bone. And they used them for making marking for clothing. Some of you might be using it for clothing. They used it for making their kimonos. And if I'm wrong, don't blame me, but I had read that the Hera in Japanese means spatula. So, ancient times, maybe you had to use one tool for more than one thing. So maybe they were using it for a spatula also.
You never know.
Yeah, so, and I also saw that for the clothing part of it, you can use this part where on your clothing and to mark darts. And I was like, why, when I was making all those clothing in high school, did I not know about this Hera marker? But you could take it and you can take some of that transfer paper underneath and just mark it on the wrong side. You just mark your little darts and it just shows up perfectly. So I wondered about these for a long time, but they really do work. And it's nice because there's not leaving anything on, and you can pretty much shake out the crease when the time comes to remove
absolutely.
it.
So I'm sure people have heard the name. We've brought in a couple of her patterns in the past, but we got on board and brought in a bunch of her patterns this
They're
last
so
month.
cute.
Really adorable. Her name is Min-Ki Kim. She has been an up-and-coming sewist, artist, patternist, all kinds of beautiful things. And we brought in these really, really adorable ones. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Ultimate Sewing Case. So I love this. Now, and the reason why I love this is people are always wanting to have a sewing basket. They kind of seem like they've kind of gone away a little bit. They're not having as much a good trying to find them to have. Well, here is a pattern to make your own. And they're great for when you're having classes. It's really cute. You can choose your own fabrics. They are zipper closure. This one, finished size is 14.5 by 11.5 by 10.5. It does show a picture, you know, kind of showing what's going to be on the inside. Really, really cute. And then, of course, if you're going to have a sewing basket, why not have a travel mini iron cover? Once again, zipper closure. These are really adorable. These are fantastic for all of those mini irons. It is showing the Alicio mini iron, and a lot of you I know have that. So it kind of does give you an idea of the size that it's going to be. It does finish at 9.5 by 5.5 by 5. So plenty of room for your Alicio mini iron. And then the other one that I'm going to show you, Linda, we've got a lot more. This is just what's called a cutie cube. Now this is a little bit smaller than the actual sewing box. Finished size on this for the big bag is 9 by 9 by 8.5. And then she also has the pattern here for a small one, which is 8 by 8 by 5.5. Really, really adorable. I know the picture, that's what I kind of thought was funny. I thought the picture that this was bigger than the sewing box, and it's not. This is actually bigger. So really cute. How fun would this be to be like a lunchbox for yourself? I thought it would be adorable. So, and Linda's got a few more.
Yeah, we got the Flying Geese trio pouch. Again, just a cute 3 different sizes. You can practice your flying geese without having to make too many. Again, here's the other flying geese. It's a weekend sling bag, sort of like a crossbody. And the wide mouth, I love the wide mouth. You can use those for so many things. They're using these, specifically the pictures for sewing notions, but I can see this for Father's Day will be coming up in a couple months, and this would be a good shaving bag for when they travel. And the big tote bag. Who doesn't need another tote bag? We always need those.
Well, especially since we're all trying to not do plastic bags for grocery
Oh,
shopping.
yeah. Yes.
Those are great. And then just the last two. Now we have others that we've shown before, but these are the newest ones that we just got. This one is the All Over Project bag. I love how it opens up. It's really cute. The finished size, there's actually 2 sizes in the pattern. You have a small size, which is 13 by 8.5 by 6.5, and the small bag is 12 by 5.5 by 5.5. So great for, if you actually want to do just some scissors, small little things for if you're taking to a class or traveling with your friends. This is great for that. And then, of course, who doesn't love the crossbody bag? These have become so popular again. They are fantastic. It gives you the room to pop your cell phone inside there. The finished size is 9 by 6 by, 2.5. Great way to use those charm packs, those 2.5 charm packs, your jelly rolls. This is a great way to use some of those pieces that we all have and never know quite what to do with. Her patterns are really fun. She explains them very, very well. And she actually has all of hers on YouTube also, if you have any questions to see what she's doing.
Okay. Do you want to
Yeah.
go into the...
So I wanted to pop on here about the fusible and non-fusible foam. She uses a lot of these products in her patterns. So we have from Bosel, it's called Interfoam. They're both the same. The main difference between the two is that one is double-sided fusible and one is single-sided fusible. They are literally both the same size. They are 36 inches by 58, so a lot of foam inside each package. So these are these are fusible. Sorry. Thank you. So like I said, one side is fusible, this one, and then the other one is double-sided fusible. So it's just a matter of what your project's going to be. And then we also have the Soft and Stable by Annie's, and it is the same type of foam, but this one is non-fusible. So if you're looking for a product that you don't want to have any fusing abilities at all, then this is where you want to go. And she uses this one also in her project. So it's literally, they're literally the same, other than fusible and non-fusible. Same thickness, same wearability, same washability, everything is the same. They're both fabulous. They just all three offer something different.
All right.
So that's those.
And I threw these in at the last minute.
I know, and you know what?
I
Those
just
are
wanted to-
fantastic.
A lot of people don't know what they are. Well, if you go into a store and you see this little jar and it says heat-resistant thimbles by Gypsy. And a lot of people think these are thimbles. Well, they are thimbles, but if you
Not
try
for
to
sewing.
sew with these, your needle's going to go straight through them. And what they are, they come in a pack of three different sizes. I like the large one for my thumb, and the medium one fits nicely on my finger. So it depends on the size of your fingers. And how you use these is they're heat resistant. It's exactly what it says. If you are sewing, and several of the patterns we showed today, the Minky Kims, you might need to do sewing where you turn up a little piece and you iron along it to make a crease, and you may be making a hem. And then you go back because you want to turn it up the second time to make that hem to sew along. And you go to touch it, and it's so hot you really can't touch it. but
Like
you're wanting to
this
do it.
on
Yes.
our apron pattern.
Exactly.
So same kind of thing right there.
If you're not using your rolled hem foot.
Correct,
Yeah,
which-
that's another class. But when you're doing that, if you have these on, you can go right back and turn, and they have little grippies on them so that you can go back and turn without burning your fingers. I don't know how many of you have burned your fingers trying to turn things, but I have. And this is how they work. They come in a set of 3, and like I said, a lot of people like the 2 sets so that they can work with both fingers. So that is a little bit of education on what these are.
Yeah, and I didn't know we even had those until we got those in a year or so ago. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
Stop burning
A
my
lot of-
fingers as I'm trying to have my very hot steam iron as I'm trying to roll over or open this. They're great also for because certain blocks, and some people like to actually open their seams.
Yes.
So
Anytime,
small little piece, and you're
Anytime-
trying to open it. Yeah.
yeah, anytime you have ironed and you've burnt yourself, you want these. during
Or
that
if you're
time.
holding it because the steam comes out, and you're like
Yes.
you're constantly moving your
Yes.
hand because the
Yes.
steam's blowing out. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So just last couple little things. Now this is something that we haven't had for quite some time. So I know a lot of you have seen these before, but this is just a little OmniGrid holder. Holds your rulers, your acrylic rulers. It stands them up. What's great is it's going to hold them no matter how many you put on there. It won't wobble. It even has little rubberized feet at the end, so it won't scratch your table if you're using a wooden table. If you have your beautiful sewing tables, you don't have to worry about that putting nicks or scratches in it. So these are great for that.
Yeah, we have these at the store to hold our.
This is what we use to hold up our,
And people ask us, so, like, where can I get one of those? So now you can get them.
Here you go.
Yes, and you
And it
have
is solid wood. It's not plastic.
And I'll let you do the little.
Oh,
that's the
perfect.
last-
This
that's
is the last one. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people know about the friction pins and water pins and air pins and heat erase pins. Everybody and
Hera markers.
all that kind. Yeah, everything and anything. But pencils. A lot of people don't know that there are actually fabric pencils out there that will not damage your fabric, that will completely wash away. And what's beautiful about the pencils is that we have a black, which is very similar to like your normal dark pencil that you write with, but there's also white. And what's beautiful about the white is it does not leave any type of stain or, anything back on your fabric after you wash it away. They're completely refillable. If you already have these, we do have the refills on hand that you can buy either the black or the white. So they're ready to go, and they are I just lost my word. It's automatic pencil. You don't have to, there's no sharpening involved. So these are fantastic to use. Mechanical, thank you. Mechanical pencils, there you go.
That's why there's so many of us here.
Right?
One of us has
Well, I get in
blank
front of the
brain.
camera and I just start losing my, English.
Yes. We're better than we used to be. If any of you saw us in the beginning, we're like standing there with our mouths hanging, especially with
Yeah.
our mouth hanging open and
It's kind of fun.
getting
Yeah,
there.
we should do a
no.
A
no,
little
no,
replay.
No. As long as I'm not in it. That's all I say.
Go, oh, throw me down.
I don't want me in it.
No, they're so funny. Yeah, it is quite. If you want to get a good laugh at us, definitely go
back
back
to
a
our
few
first
few
ones.
years.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is what Linda and myself have for you today. But Jared's got some good
yes,
stuff.
He's got some stuff.
So thank you so much for talking with us. Jared's going to get you going.
All right. Thanks.
Alrighty, good morning, everybody. So this month, as you guys may or may not know, is National Quilting Month. So I've got some nice specials that are coming out. But first things first, I wanted to revert back to what I was talking about last week, which was the awesome event we have coming up in April. I always forget to look up the dates right beforehand, but I'm pretty sure it's the 20th to the 23rd. I think. Could be wrong on that, but it's the Thursday, Friday, Saturday of April, right around those dates. We're bringing in OESD and some national educators from OESD as well, too, to be holding an awesome hands-on class here inside of our shop. And as I was talking about last week, you can choose to sign up either Thursday or Friday. And then on Saturday, you get those classes for free. One of those classes I was telling you guys is going to be edge-to-edge embroidery on your edge-to-edge quilting on your embroidery machine. I always get that mixed up. Edge-to-edge quilting on your embroidery machine, which is awesome because then you're not having to pay a quilter to come in and do your quilting. You can just do it on your embroidery machine. But as I was talking about, there's a second module that I needed to add on. And we have chosen that we are going to do the module that is called, let's see, it is actually, they call it Stitching Wonderful Wearables and Accessories. So it's going to be a really nice class. And we think this is awesome because a lot of people do want to put some little pizzazz onto clothes or jackets or other stuff like that, but sometimes they're a little hard because with knits you have curls and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's going to be...
How's the dates for you there? 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
All right, so I was wrong on those dates. April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And so those 3 days there. So it's going to be that second module, the wearables class. It's just going to be a really nice class on how to actually use embroidery kind of in a more day-to-day stuff. I think I will thoroughly enjoy that class. It'll be a fun little one. So like I said, it is either Thursday or Friday that you sign up for. And then everybody receives the classes on Saturday for free. So it's $119 to sign up for Thursday or Friday. We feed you, everything of the sorts. And yeah, you have some fun and learn a lot about embroidery and what OESD products have, and to help you a lot in your OESD and Dime, what products they have to help your embroidery become fantastic. Now, enough about embroidery, back to the quilting month. I'm kind of quick and easy for you guys today. First things first, I'm going to talk about these last. First things first is some specials that we have going for Quilting Month. And from Baby Lock, I am just going to show you everything that they have on sale on a screenshot because it's a lot. And I can't just spout them all out without just getting lost and everything. So here we have every single machine that is on sale this month from Baby Lock. You have the Accomplish, the Allegro, the Anthem, the Ballad, the Gallant, the Gallant XL, Gallant XL Stationary, the Jazz, the Lyric, the Presto, the Soprano, the Sashiko. Those are basically almost every single sewing only machine from Baby Lock that is on an extra special sale this month. So as you guys see there, you see what the regular map is on that column C, I guess, from the left, one to the current US map. And then on the furthest right, you'll see what the sale prices for those machines are for this month. So if you're intrigued, come on down, take advantage of one of those sales, because some of those are pretty dang good pricing on those. Like $700 off of the Anthem, that's a lot. That's over 10%. That's a good sale. That's a good one. And then from Janome, we have some awesome ones coming up as well too. One of my all-time favorite sales that they have going is the M17 down at $13,000. That's insane. A top-of-the-line machine down at that price. That is an incredibly low price for that machine. And then, of course, down below, you have a nice bundle package for if you purchase the M8, which is wonderful because it comes, if you guys don't know anything about the Janome M8, my favorite feature about the M8 is that it comes with the Janome ASR, which is the, I always forget all of their acronyms. I know it's called the ASR. I don't know what the A stands for, but it's for stitch regulator, automatic stitch regulator, I think it is. And so that is a nice add-on piece that just you hook onto the machine, and as you are quilting, it is reading the movement of your fabric and regulating your stitches for you. So it's a really nice quilting piece. And then they're doing a package deal with the 550. So if you purchase an M8 at $9,999, you get the 550 completely for free. So normally that package you'd be paying like, I want to say something like $12,000 or $13,000, but that's a really good deal because then you can do, you know, kind of back to that embroidery OESD event that we're having. You can piece your entire quilt with that awesome M8, and then you can go over to your 550 and do all those awesome edge-to-edge quilting with that 550 embroidery machine. So it's a really nice setup on there. Then one last feature coming from Janome, just some awesome other pricing that they have coming out on the 9480, the 6700, the S7, and the 5300. So I personally love the 9480 because it doesn't come with the ASR like the M8 does, but it is capable of using the ASR. And then the 6700 and the S7, I love those machines because they come with every other machine I've talked about so far does come with this, but the 6700 and the S7 are the first machines in the lineup that start to come with what they call the HP plate. The HP plate is Janome's claim to fame, basically, on quilting and piecing and their walking foot. It's an amazing piece. I absolutely love that plate and walking foot combination from Janome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I went over that one in my walking foot video, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or so. That was a really good one to teach everybody about walking feet. But also, if you just want to learn more about it, come on down and find out. It's always a good one. All right, last but not least from me, every quilter needs a good chair, right? And so in addition to all your other stuff that you have at home, you just want to be comfortable. And these are the two chairs here at Sierra Sewing that we carry. Right here we have the koala chair, and then over here we have their arrow chairs. Now both of them come in different colors. This one I have here from Koala is the jade green, but it also comes in sapphire blue, jade green, mocha brown, and wine red. That's it, wine red. And then over here, there are far too many colors for me to even remember, so I recommend clicking on the chair and seeing what it is. Colors, I'm just going to kind of ramble them off. I know it comes in, I think you can get a solid red, solid black, solid brown, solid purple, solid blue, solid gray. I think those are all the solids. And then on designs, this one in particular is called, I don't know what they call it now, if they still call it Alexander Henry or if they've changed it, but it's kind of a white base, white blue base with just some sewing stuff on it. And then they have a similar-ish one in black base. It's got some different notions on it, just, you know, like needles and seam ripper, measuring tape, buttons, stuff like that. So kind of fun prints on there. They also have one that has nice big buttons just all over that. They have a dog chair, a cat chair. What else am I missing? Is that it, I think? I think that's it.
Anything else right offhand?
I want to say that's it on those guys. Yeah. So these are all amazing chairs. They, for the arrow chair, you've got height adjustable, of course, which is very nice. What I really like about the arrow chair also is that you have storage in the bottom. So whatever your heart desires, you know, candy, chocolate, wine, scissors.
Induction.
I guess Linda's a little bit more practical than me. Sewing notions, stuff like that. But awesome storage down in the bottom there. And then it's always really funny seeing people come in. Like, we will have one person come in and they will sit in this chair and they'll love it. And then they'll sit in this chair and they'll be like, not for me. And then the next person walks in the door and they sit in this chair and they're like, oh, I love this chair. And they'll sit in this chair and they'll be like, not for me. So it's really wild seeing it. And the main thing is because of the chair backs. This guy right here hits you basically right in the bottom of your back there, just kind of right in your lumbar, which really helps the support and nice, ease, comfortable for sewing. So, like I said, it's 50-50. People come in and they love one or the other, right? So they love this one because it comes in and hits that lumbar, right? Lumbar. Then over here on the koala chair, you've obviously got a nice big full back, nice big base as well too. No storage on this guy, but what I love about this chair is right here we're at full height on this chair, right? This guy, I can go all the way up to a bar stool height. That's really, really nice for those of you guys that have maybe a taller sewing cabinet, or I've even seen people, like for example, Horn. Horn has a cabinet that is 6 inches taller than the regular average cabinet, which I personally love because if you are space conscientious, you don't have a ton of space in your sewing room, something like that, that Horn cabinet is an amazing cabinet to do dual duty for you for a sewing machine cabinet and as a cutting table. Because it's 6 inches higher, now I'm not cutting at this height anymore, I'm cutting up here, right? So that's where a chair like this would come into benefit, because now you're at a higher table in general. I can bring my chair up higher, and also the base down here, your footrest, is adjustable to different heights as well too. So I can bring that up, drop that back down, and so now my footrest is at a higher height that's for me as well too. So I love this chair because it goes all the way up to that bar stool height, and then also it has one other additional adjustment on it, which is my seat back position. So all I have to do is unlock it, and then I can move the seat back to whatever. I mean, this is pretty reclined. You're like watching a movie in this one right now. But you can lock it in any position that you like, right? So if you want to be straight up and down, you can go all the way straight up and down, lock it in, or anywhere in between as well too. So I don't think I have enough weight to put these down right now. So I'm just gonna leave them up. Yeah. But these are the two amazing chairs that we have here at the shop, and they are super comfy. If you have never tried one, come on down, give it a whirl. Oh, I forgot, this seat back can also adjust up and down as well too. So depending on how tall or short you are, it's kind of tight because I've got these. There we go. So you can adjust that up higher or lower as well too, depending how tall or short you are. So we love these chairs. I haven't had a single quilter or anybody come back in and like, I absolutely hate these. I never want to have one again. I have people coming back and buying their husbands one of these because they steal them and take them into their office. And so then they have to come back and buy themselves another one. So, and they're wonderful, good chairs. So I have a super special deal for you guys going this month, or the next 24 hours. And it's maybe a little illegal, so just saying. Don't tell anybody, this is special just for you guys. Normal MSRP on this chair right here is $449. This chair is $399. Normally, if I were to sell it to you any day of the week on our website, anything of the sort, you get a sale price of $349 on this guy, and $399 on this guy. Yeah, $349 on this guy as well too. For you guys, for the next 24 hours, I'm going to bring in our Quilt Show special, which is an incredible deal. Both chairs go down to $279. So normally $449 down at $279, normally $399 down at $279. So like I said, 24 hours. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., those prices are going back up. So hop on it, get yourself a nice chair. Pretty sure I have every single color in a box or built. Doesn't matter. Just let us know what you want and we'll put it together for you or give it to you in a box. I don't care. Yes, Linda?
So how do they get that price?
Price is on the website.
So
Yep.
go on the website, purchase it, and
It is under that live sale category at the moment. So just click on it, get that price, and that's that. Yeah. So super special deal for you. Yes, Linda, again.
Oh, I have one more thing that we want to talk about.
You are muted, so
I didn't-
I have you muted.
Oh, okay, you muted me, okay. I just had one more thing I wanted to talk about, the sharing.
Oh, did you want
We'll
to?
do that at the last minute here, but next week we're going to tell everyone, but
Yes.
I'm going to come up.
All right, yes, come on up. Linda's a little short, so let me move this chair for Linda because she had something fun to talk about. There we go.
Help explain it a little bit also. What we are going to do, be doing a giveaway.
Yes.
And it's going to be a
Monthly.
yeah, it's going to be
Right, monthly?
Yeah, monthly right
Yes.
now. And what it is, it's starting this month, and it all has to do with sharing. Can you tell?
Yes. So basically what it is we are, everybody that shares our video, not just likes or comments, you have to actually share the video. So if you're confused as to what I'm talking about, if you're on your computer right now or on your phone, if you just look towards the bottom, there's a little arrow that says share next to it. If you click on that, there's an option to say share publicly, share to my friends list, so on and so forth. If you click share publicly, you will get entered into our raffle. And believe you me, I can tell if you shared it publicly or privately.
Yes, it has to be the public one.
Has to be publicly, yes. So share it publicly, and then you'll get entered to win our raffle. And what's the value of those raffles?
Don't tell Jared, but I think it's going to be it's going to be over $200 worth of imagine. It's going to be stuff you're going to want and like.
Yes. So each month we're going to be doing that. So on the first of each month, is that correct? Well, the first Wednesday of each month.
Well, we'll look at the previous month. We'll do the drawing then, and it'll start all over again.
Yes, absolutely. So if you want to get entered into some of these really awesome giveaways,
Yes.
then it would be a really share publicly the video to get entered into these really awesome giveaways. It's worth it.
If you don't know how to do this, contact us. We will talk you through it and
Show you how to do it.
Show you
Yep.
how to do it. Okay.
Absolutely.
So you can get into those drawings.
Let me swap you sides because I got to click buttons over here in a second. Other than that, that is everything that we have from us this week. Phone numbers are down at the bottom of the screen for Reno and Carson City. Other than that, if you guys...
Remember everything we showed today, Elaine and I is 15% off. Jared has his own specials going on.
Really good on
with
these.
machines and chairs.
Yes, absolutely. All right, thank you all, and we'll see you all next week.
All right, thanks.